Hello, YouTube. It's BTM here. Welcome you back on this Friday. And we're talking about KRC20 token and the KRC20 news update. There's some breaking news finally, and hopefully, KRC20 and Casplex is about to get it together because the first launch didn't go so well. I am still very bullish on Caspa, but I'm not really excited about what's going on with this KRC20 token. I've been trying to get this Nacho token uh, minted for a while now. I got the Cashplex set up. I have the Cashware wallet. We're waiting on minting process of KRC20. So this is the Twitter. Don't forget to sign up for the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page. This is turbo information, but this is also Cast tools. This is KRC20's pause. No development or minting are possible. Please do not mint until the protocol is back up. So we're actually getting numbers finally. Why is this S Nacho? We're finally getting numbers back here, which these numbers weren't up. And this is fees. And I think we'll check to see the Nacho ticker wasn't up here previously. So we'll check that as well. So let's get to the announcement real quick. Don't forget to sign up, share, and subscribe to the BTM channel to stay updating with Plex, KRC20, and Caspa, and also the Turbo. So this is Twitter. Caspa's new hash rate is 403.5 petahash. Follow in the footsteps of smart miners. So this is the current hash rate. So this is Kaspa. The Kaspa July Open Dev meeting started and unveiled the ongoing architecture work integrating ZK opcodes that will allow smart contracts on CAS, followed by a lively discussion between hashtag crypto aspect and I don't know dumb who are working on designs as well. Volley, a guest star from Stark Ward, and a longtime Caspa aficionado. Other items on the agenda include Rusty Caspa features such as RBF, partially signed transactions, and a new version of KNG, as well as a short discussion about KRC20 launch. So I might check this out later, but I haven't looked into it. But the news is here. So this guy, I guess Hop, I'm not sure how to say this, Hop Dob, High Dob, whatever. KRC20 is postponed until August. It is now July 12th. So they have a little over half a month tester being done on 10 BPS Rust instead of 1 BPS Go on testnet. So it makes sense to wait for the relaunch next month and start working on the 10 BPS versus the current testnet, I guess, is 1 BPS. Let me know if this is correct or not correct. But it doesn't make sense to redeploy it to 1 BPS when you can just wait and make sure it's working on 10 BPS. So here's Shy, the developer. Shy has spoken. Finally, we're starting to get some clarity to what's happening with KRC20 tokens on the Casplex. So this is Shy, the main developer for Kaspa. So keep in mind, Kaspa and KRC20 is not the same, right? It's a whole different development team. These guys are doing their own thing and they're trying to join forces to get KRC20 token implemented. I think Shy and the Kaspa team are working on smart contracts. So I guess they subcontracted out the KRC20 token to Casplex. So had a good meeting with Casplex team. They are updating me on the progress of several fronts we had some back and forth on the agenda was some of the changes to KRC20 protocol proposed by myself and others that would streamline the process, make an easier developer and user experience, and eliminate the mass issues that were seen in the first beta. So with the first beta, it didn't go well, right? I don't say it was catastrophic, but I'm unable to make these nacho mints, and I have this sitting in this Casware wallet, and I really wish there was some more information or someone was saying something, but I'll be patient and wait until we're able to try this again in August. A new and improved trust model will allow new indexes to sync to KRC network from arbitrary peers without relying on a single source of truth. Interesting. Application of the new partially signed cash transaction KS PSKT functionality introduced into Rust Kaspa to implement atomic swap of tokens, a functionality that will allow implementing KRC dexes without relying on a third party. Makes a lot of sense. The conditions for a healthy launch for the next open beta, we agreed to launch should not be rushed since its smooth operation relies on things that are outside of Casplex hands. In particular, the rusty Caspa team would like to see that most wallets implement RBF, the mechanism that allows increasing fees for already posted transactions. It is working as advertised to and for work to make sure that there are sufficiently many public nodes to provide WRPC services. Tentatively suggesting mid-August as a realistic goal for relaunch, but also recommend against committing to a launch date at this point. Better to do it right than do it fast. So shout out to Shy for getting with these guys, making a meeting, and implementing these new procedures, and also to make sure we get it right this time, right? I don't want to be stuck with trying to figure this out and no support. So I think the Caspa team is doing a good job. Shout out to the Caspa developers. Shout out to Shy and the dev team, and shout out to Casplex. I know you guys are working hard to make this happen. So I'm not blaming them. Things happen. I've worked in the dev environment for at least 10 years and IT for over 20 years. And a lot of people think it's magic. You just go in and turn it on, and it doesn't work that way. There's going to be small bugs and big issues and problems that occur. So it's not always going to be as straightforward as you think it is. And looking at the Rust migration, looks like the Rust migration is starting to stall. We were at 95 and looks like it's went down to 92, which is weird. I don't know why they would go back to Rust or Go nodes if the Rust nodes are working. So something else is also going on there. So we'll keep an eye on that, and I will make another update on that as well. I want to thank the Kaspa community. Thank you guys for supporting BTM and keeping things on the up and up. We'll look at the coin ranking. Coin ranking has Kaspa at 25. So Kaspa did break the top 25 at 4 billion. I know it's been a long time since I've reported on it, but hopefully Kaspa will keep pushing up. We're at 16 cents, down 1.6. Currently 16.6 cents. 4 billion market cap, 24-hour trading volume is 74.6 million. Last hour we're down 0.5%. Last 24 hours are down 1.39%. Last 7 days we're up 3.98. Last 90 days we are down 2.93. Last 90 days, we're still up 41.3%. For the year, we're up 531.4. 24-hour low is 16.2 cents. 24-hour high is 16.9. So remember, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. Kaspa is the Army, better yet the Navy. Shout out the Air Force and the Marines. And if Elon Musk can get it together, the Space Force, so hopefully we'll be on the moon soon. And this is CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap says 4 billion market cap, up 17% in the last 24 hours to 47.5 million. Fully diluted evaluation or fully diluted market cap is 4.7 billion. Let's go. 24-hour range is 16.2 cent as the low, 16.9 cent as the high. 1 month is 13.5 cent as the low and 19.7 cent as the high. The all-time high was 12 days ago at 19.7 cents. I was hoping we would break 20 cents, but we didn't quite get there. He's talking about, Jesse says, these are the Kaspa's 5 hitting bullish forces. So let's see what he has to say.
Kaspa's price so high in the 2025 bull peak and beyond. Now, we all heard the recent news. Marathon Digital just started mining Kaspa, and it's hidden underneath in the shadows of this press release that we find the bullish narrative on Kaspa. Let's set this up with the BlackRock annual letter to shareholders. It just released a few weeks ago. Inside of it, we can see this climate change narrative, how they're changing the way that companies across the world, not just in crypto, do business. These new regulations, carbon credits, ESG scores, they're not in place yet, but they will be very soon. Marathon Digital is already paying fines every year. Just recently, they paid almost $30 million in fees in their mining plant in California. The reason being is because Bitcoin mining wastes a load of energy. And this is where the hidden bullish narrative for Kaspa is. Comparing Bitcoin ASICs to Kaspa ASICs, you got 100 Bitcoin miners. They're trying to solve the cryptology. One of them solves it, blasts off to the nose. Those 99 other ASICs just wasted a load of electricity. All their data gets thrown away. With a block DAG, those other 99 all move up the chain. They move up the DAG. Far more environmentally friendly. With these upcoming regulations, this is going to be huge. When we look at the blocks per second, once they get to 32, which is projected to happen this bull cycle, the next step is 100. And we're talking about between 100th of a second to 2/100ths of a second. What's the big deal for end users making it go that much faster? The real payoff is in how much more environmentally friendly the Kaspa protocol becomes when it can do 100 blocks per second. These banker types, the market makers, VCs, they go to the World Economic Forum. They realize this regulation is incoming to the financial world, including crypto, thus making Kaspa a far more attractive asset because of its environmentally friendly crypto technology. And this brings us to the second most important hidden catalyst, and that's monetary policy. When you combine this with social media, it becomes a tragedy because the majority of content creators have no idea how important this is, because during the prior market, the monetary policy was Powell was printing money. It was in turbo hyper warp speed. And these guys who made money using certain techniques 4 years ago, they believe that will work again this year. They're constantly getting rugged on cheapo, high-risk assets, these vaporware type projects. They believe that money grows on trees, and actually, in fact, it does not. As we can see looking at this Kaspa chart, each one of those arrows is an FOMC meeting, and we can see Kaspa is absorbing way more than its fair share of the added liquidity from monetary policy. Inside our VIP group, We plan leverage trades around the FOMC meetings using technical analysis and fundamentals. There was just recently a one on June 15th. It didn't meet our quota, so we didn't pull the trigger. Nobody lost money. And we have caught these massive breakouts on the main channel before we even opened VIP while we were still proving ourselves to the public. Bringing us to our third hidden catalyst. Now, everybody realizes once Jonathan Saplinski's done with the smart contracts, that's going to be the absolute rocket ship for Kaspa, sending it up to the moon. But this rabbit hole goes far deeper because there's an entirely new game-changing technology that just got released, and this is market-wide in crypto. It's called ZK Rollup. This changes the way layer 2s can operate. In fact, inside VIP, we took our 24-point checklist. It's 4 pages blank. Inside of that, we have a list of the top 30 highest performing VCs. So we ran a search to see all the projects they funded over the past 18 months. And a large portion of those were ZK rollup technologies, just underlining how much strength this narrative has. Jonathan Saplinski, who helped build smart contracts on Ethereum, now has this entirely new technology that he is incorporating into Kaspa. This will change the game. Traders are going to make so much money once this market turns around, but only those who invest in the right projects. How many of you have ran into a rug pull that in hindsight you realized was always destined to crash? When you have a 24-point system to go over every detail, you'll catch some of these obvious red flags, or also find the pots of gold, the hidden gems that are out there super undervalued right now. To help you out, we've got over half a dozen of these already filled out for advanced traders who already realize how to read a white paper, have their access to some different web tools to help them derive a value on a project. You're paying somebody to do your homework for you. This is saving you loads of time. And for the price, it's an enormous value. We've also got an entire collection of technical analysis charting from recent charts on breakouts that you've been watching. Speaking of breakouts, this brings us to our fourth catalyst, and it's this one that's going to put Kaspa neck and neck with Bitcoin for the top slot in market cap rank. In 2027, the emission schedule for Kaspa will be complete. The entire supply will be handed out to the hands of the investors. Looking forward to 2030, this is going to give Kaspa such an advantage in the bull run. It will start to eat away and erode at Bitcoin's market cap, getting closer to where it belongs at the #1 spot. It's a milestone for cryptocurrency and proof of work as we know it, bringing us to the #5 catalyst. Keep in mind, Kaspa's still in testnet right now. There's loads of upgrades, and when we shift from a testnet to a mainnet, historically, the chart will reconstitute. So the prices that we're coming up with right now from our technical analysis, we might as well just crumple those up and throw them in the bin, because the parabolic breakouts that will happen as Kaspa shifts to mainnet are unimaginable. People are saying across social media, oh, Kaspa's the only project in the top 50 that's not on a tier 1 exchange. Kaspa's the only project in the top 100 that's in testnet. And it's muscled its way all the way up to 23, still running at 1 block per second. The only upgrade it's had is the Rust rewrite. And there's so many more to go before the 2025 peak. Kaspa is an absolute monster. And once it breaks out of its cocoon and emerges, it's going to astonish the world. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. Keep in mind, on the 30th of July, there's another FOMC meeting. Parabolic move for
Jesse had mentioned there's lots of things going well for Kaspa. And he's right. If you don't do your own due diligence, you are subject to rug pulls. That happens to everybody. But Kaspa is a hidden jewel. So don't forget that. And the Kaspa admission schedule will be a big catalyst for Kaspa moving forward. And he's right. I agree with him. I think Kaspa will be right there with Bitcoin. So it'll be Kaspa, well, Bitcoin, Kaspa, then Ethereum, because Kaspa can help Bitcoin in these transaction processing. I'm not sure why Bitcoin hasn't figured this out or worked with these guys earlier, but I think as the community grows and awareness gets out, Kaspa will definitely pick it up. So remember, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. Kaspa's the Army, better get the Navy. Shout out to the Air Force and shout out to the Marines. And if Elon Musk can get us to the moon, we'll be mining Kaspa on the moon. But this is Black Tiger Miner, BTM, signing out. Have a happy Friday. And remember, let's get back to the money, guys.